G value si puto puti. My value mo tu suko na puto chana derivation yik. Now, suppose one assume to si ba. This is our art. Ba, hui PTV ni. This is our hui PTV ni. Ba, hai ba PTV si that now. Suppose what masama that is art ki magi mass na m lag. Hai ba mass masa m ama ba. Masi kaino gravity na maram oega masi pull tore towards the art sumai change. Ba towards the art learning. Duga suppose magi mana lagto si kai bong mai no art ki mai bong mai center 0 si bong mai ne ba center o hai lo ke ado sina kai wo ni sina radius of art to o ta si bong mai cha radius of art ne sumai lai ado yeng se akoina suppose sigi mass e d hai na lo ke hadi sigi object sina kaida ground surface ta isi d ni hai na lo ya ko magi height eta lai ado as compare when sidu budi ene sang ni ko as compare magi radius of r siga magi d siga yengu matam da sigi r is very large than d ya ko kai ne hai ne ba r is very large than d ado so sumaine law buta de physics kai hani d can be neglected masa when neglect to we ya ne ba ya ko che si lowi ne ba for example aina hoji akoi si jum si awang ba si magi sangi ba wang ba ma height si ka as compared to radius of art yeng ka matam da kai to ni kaisu le de ba chama na roida adu gi time ne ba ko na smine law so from the graph when kamai e ko ya swadi e ko so when say consider an object of mass m mass is in free falling the later free fall the later yeah ko free fall the later di ke to ni ha gravitation force man lay the later lai ni ko gravitation force ma ko yeah ko free fall the later say free fall the later ta di ma on the acceleration man lay the later so the object experience kay wani an acceleration massive acceleration like that is acceleration due to gravity amon lai wira yare ko sibong mu lai rege yare ko sibong lai ado dadi haiba ma the free fall like dadi object with the force among gravity na pull the way force amon lai wira my acceleration amon lai that force equal to kai mana ne therefore the force experience on the object magi object the amount of force force equal to kai mana ne mass into acceleration hour number 1 yeah ko mass into acceleration ado highway acceleration je nang na say acceleration amala ji free fall the lak to mean acceleration due to gravity the or gravity ki ado tadi so we can rewrite highway equation d m equal to acceleration due to gravity it is cd mani equation 1 hai na to yeah ko now sidagi hoina kai to hu yai haibu matamda so as per the gravitational law gi matung ina haiba magi mass object masa siga magi art ki magi mass ne m achaw leire ya ko mo ani ji gravitation force ama legu lewi ka dai ni ko so now the gravity harigase the gravity force ya ko art na any object ama da chingi mase gravity hai ani ko the gravity force experienced on the object magi object to ko kanana by the earth is given by kamana pithopa yai given by the gravitation force equal to F equal to kay kamane ha F equal to G amala ani acceleration due to gravity amala wa ani ko that is your m is mass of the earth like that adu a masa the mass of the object like ba divided by kay kamana ni nang nasagi mogi distance d plus r sinatro d plus r kamana ro adari r plus of the whole square yara si yaba yaba ya ko se ahuna sida where hamga kai to sige m sina your mass of the earth ni aduga m asasina kari mass of the object falling to read ya ko and r sina radius of the sida irama su yare ina sida r hai se kaino hai kana say radius of the earth hani irage d sine kaino ha distance of the object kadagi from the surface like my dagi yeah go now sigi equation je si lak thagi mawan akoi arrange kar to ho se aina sai sigi d si kaino as compared to r yen kan ma se neglect to hi ai hem tra because they are very small small adu tadi sigi d se mangan gi bi yar ba ha mangan ba yare ko so aina f equal to ha kana aina g o m by r square khak iba ya yai ko maramdi since ai amusu yengge r is very less than d r asobasi d less than hydronate mana very large than d degi ya ba sibo mu ya so high equation sina 2 hai ya ko high equation sina 2 ohelage high equation 1 ga 2 je force ki kanuma tanatro force ki kana no force ki kaino force ki magi equation ka control force kana na amana na jinglak pe sina acceleration lai de magi formula ama third law of motion du second law of motion du palaga kholak pe force ki formula samana oi ra mo ni force ya ni go adu tari ai sonaga la ke go sida la ke since say siwong na tuwan ro na ka ya go siwong la ke say from 1 and 2 the when a kanye that is when a force equal to ha kana f equal to m of a that is equal to kana mana ni ha that is g of m by kana no m l r is g la ni ra by r square ya bro sibu ya ro this implies sidagi when a pam si kai no g puto natro we are going to find the acceleration due to gravity natra acceleration due to gravity si g sine ukun ba le si g equal to kai mana re si force di no force mangan gi ya re ya ba g equal to kai mana re g of m asa by r square si m di sona la di makha da de ba m kak na gi ya ba kak na ya ba adu ta shin therefore g equal to kai mana g of m by r square This is your that is your acceleration due to gravity. Other the city equation did you ying say? Sigi constant ni constant natural. G below is constant natural. We PTV my mass constant over with Hung nai bro. Nai dear go. What above the radius of our earth? Hung nai bro. Nai when I bro. Nai dear go. Radius of earth hung dear go. So mass hung the tally radius come home. So put the nai bro. PTV side. Nai dear go. So other G below si kano. Constant nga natural say. So the value of acceleration due to gravity is a constant. See equation constant is you can't give up. Constant ki value is kya no? That is 9.8 meter per second square. That also we can calculate. Calculator we have. See value is and also now g value is kana depend on. It depend on see g value is kana no acceleration universal law of gravity wherever when universe ta do ni chanale mass di keno any planet amagi my mass cannot draw. Other R is doing cannot draw. Other acceleration due to gravity has acceleration due to gravitation say by the any planet. Maybe depend on kana depend on the mass of that planet. Planet to give magi mass to other depend on you. Aduga and also inversely proportional to Canada square of magi radius of the planet. Ganda ba si ako art tagi natin ba ni ko hay ba sige sida loire and also now the following object amagi may mass ke toy sida yogra e masa to yoba may belu se yawti na tro adu tadi acceleration due to gravity say they do not depend on the mass which are kado ba falling adu tadi adu na ni aina na lagi hay si suppose I took sige brush ama siga Yan ko. Aina sige si object ne ba sige brush ama siga sige marker ki pen siga moi ani ki mass kana na he brush na hendo aina thadar ko matam da what they will experience acceleration due to gravity to experience to na ni ko because of the art pulling nata ado highway acceleration due to gravity si keno they always constant the withdraw so aina thadar kan kana han makata ni sab mana roida sab mana do mana roida Manani ko maramdi kay magi acceleration due to gravity say they do not depend on the mass of this object. Sige object say sige magi mass depend on it. So if we drop like this, see they fall on the same that. Someone pick it up if we neglect that, we air resistance. Yeah, but if we neglect that air resistance, like the height say the object will fall at the same time. Ngan dai ko je nang oine chongdara su chamane ba dolan mathage nang chongdaro chamana thadamina chongdaro ata taga chaman tanane because nangi mass to gravity na pull to bo matam nangi mass da depend chugo to di they will experience sigi acceleration due to gravity se dei ba yare ko hai se so sinjelo sini acceleration due to gravity na ba si silalo ba matungda hai ba from this sidagi aina khra ibi yai ko sigi kanudagi si han sindilo ibam leitre ne to ise kaida son site i ya dra so is ibam leite so ade yenge ko si ko point kha ise ya ko ona since I in mana naite ko science side since mana ko ha SINCE ko point na since acceleration G ne M ne ko comma and R masih constant na draw constant o tadi constant then katoni the value of acceleration due to gravity G is also constant oineba say. So putho idu ni ko all pithivigi. So any planet amagi. Yeah, ko then G is directly proportional to M. Yeah, ba. Sige equation lagi. Where radius is directly proportional to mass. I think that is. Sidagi akhuna iba yawa dun ko. That is say G say depends on the mass of the planet. Magi planet to gi magi mass that depend on you. Yeah, go. That is kai depend on directly proportional. Yeah, go. Aduga kai doni G is inversely proportional to kanaga 1 by R square. R square ni R square. So now that is kai hani G is inversely proportional to the radius of planet. Radius of planet. And the planet may acceleration acceleration due to magi gravitation do. Under the doing go. Okay. Go. And the quite last point when I say Z do not depend Canada on the mass of falling object. Siga kanga falling object. Say magi tariba magi falling object to adu da depend tawde. Aduna ni kaya any object ama fall to they fall on the same time. Nata makada strike to with someone and tie say. Madam kayino hakana Z do not depend on the mass of the magi object to adu depend on. Yanda dora say. Si yam doina hangbu yawa question sing ko school da. Ado aina amuka so han haige. Sige aina prithivigi oina gravity haita di prithivigi oina logi one ko. So this equation, see the period equation this applicable to any planets. If we assume M and radius magi any planet to magi value si sindilu matamda si any planet amagi magi kano se value se adum chane ma se ko se universe ni so ya ko se